everyone, welcome to Kahliya. This is Mia. I hope you guys are good. I hope you receive that. I have the fan on. I hope that it's not making too much noise and you hear me okay. It's really hot and normally I avoid putting it on because I'm afraid it makes noise, but let's hope this works. We are headed, like I said in my last video, towards a full moon lunar eclipse again this weekend, between the 4th and the 5th. And like I said earlier, these eclipses and this whole season recently has been geared to transform our lives, and it is. Okay, I don't know if you're already feeling it or not. You can share if you want to, but if you're not, then just know that there is so much change taking place that it's wild on a personal level and on a global level. I'm not even touching the global level at the moment. I think I touched upon it already. But even in your personal life, if you think that you don't see changes, then look again and be sure that there's a lot happening, a lot, on so many different levels, okay? Trust me. And also, I'd like to say that those of you who are, we are, sorry, I'd like to remind you that we are spiritual beings, souls, here on planet Earth, having a human experience, okay? And it's actually a good thing to remember that from time to time. Excuse me. Someone doesn't want me to talk lately, but I'm talking. Where was I? It's a good thing to remember from time to time and not get too caught up in this human experience, which we easily can, all right? So just remember, everything is designed spiritually, and a lot has been designed by yourself, by your higher self, okay, before coming here. So try and let that sink in from time to time when you get overwhelmed. Speaking of overwhelmed, I just received a very, very deep download, and it's fresh from the oven, and I'm very emotional, so I'm trying to keep it together because it's beautiful, and I'm hoping to deliver the message properly. I think I may, in this case, also write an article parallel to make sure that it's written down as well, okay? So make sure you read the blog, the link is below. So if you are a good person and you have a good heart and you have been doing a lot of work on yourself, on your evolution, and trying the best you can, and if you've been through a stretch of a lot of challenges for a long stretch, then know that your life is about to change for the better, because there is a huge new energy, a huge transformation taking place. I have been talking about this a lot, and others have been talking about this, and it's all true. And like I said, if you don't see yet evidence of this, then look again and try to tune in and sense how you have changed recently and how some things have changed. And otherwise, just know that there will be more physical evidence in the near future. Especially this lunar eclipse is going to blast us. That may mean that some important event may transform your life. At this time, it could be a week after, it could be a month after, it could be a few months after, all right, following. But trust me, we are within a new energy with this series of eclipses, and with everything going on, there is a huge intention of the universe to push things forward and change things for the better for us and help us evolve, okay? And also what I want to say is that if you have been through these challenges and you may have lost hope at times, or lost clarity at times, or lost your positivity at times, please hang in there, okay? You are not being given anything that you cannot deal, and you must understand that everything you've gone through has designed who you are today, and you can be so proud of yourself. I know that when you're in the thick of it, you kind of brush that away. It's like, what am I, what? But take the time and realize who you have become and what you have learned along the way, all right? And all of this will be worthwhile because you are evolving into a beautiful star, and you are aligning with your higher being, and that is and has been your wish all along. And you've been swimming through the mud and not understanding when this will end and why this is coming at you, but it all taught you so many lessons, okay? And perfected the diamond that is you. And today you are so much wiser, and you shine so much brighter, even if you do not see at the moment evidence of this, okay? Another aspect of what I want to speak today, and it will link back to what I have been saying, and I have been guided by Spirit to listen to a song which is absolutely beautiful. I will put the link below. You may know it already. It's by Birdy, and it's People Help the People. And I'm trying not to get emotional. So I'll let you listen to a little bit. I don't know if you hear it well.
What is hiding in those weak and drunken hearts? Guess he kissed the girls and made them cry, those hard-faced queens of misadventure. God knows what is hiding in those weak and sunken lines, fiery thrones of muted angels, giving love again to nothing back of people. Help the people. And if you're homesick, give me your hand and I'll hold it. People, help the people. Nothing will drag you down.
I'll let you listen to the whole song with the link below, okay? So these days, I'm trying to keep it together. This is very emotional, really. First of all, these days, I mentioned that there will be huge changes for the good. There may also be, you may have already experienced recently, or you will experience closing of doors and of cycles. And this may have been actually occurring gradually, and perhaps now a little bit more. You'll feel it, you'll see it, you'll sense it, okay? That is needed for you to be able to let go of old energy that does not align with your highest good, and open yourself to what you deserve, and to those and people and situations that deserve you, okay? Now the song. These days, you may also be approached by people that may ask for your help. And if you are a good-hearted soul, an empath, a sensitive, you may have felt your heart, your good heart, abused in the past by people that did not have the highest interest, and just took advantage of your goodness. And this may have left many scars. And at this time, in this time of transformation, I urge you, and I know it's not easy, okay? And this is part of why you may have also been receiving all these flashbacks and memories, and in your dreams or in your thoughts, to be able to close the cycle on all that has hurt you, okay? And gain some more clarity so that you can, in fact, close this cycle, okay? And so closing the cycle means also finding your heart again, refinding your heart, because we tend to try and guard ourselves and close it up after being hurt more than once, and sometimes quite severely. And so the thing is that we are eternal souls, and we need to be linked to our heart fully. We need to continue to evolve with an immensely open heart. But that doesn't mean that we're not supposed to be guarded. Yes, we are supposed to be guarded to a certain extent. And all the experiences that we have gone through have taught us how to discern, how to be more aware of what is real and what is not, and where some people or situations may attempt to abuse our good heart, okay? So that is why also it came in more than one episode, to refine what you have learned. Perhaps you have fell into these traps more than once, and so that means sorry, that means that you needed more than one go to be able to discern, okay? Now, forgiveness, everyone deserves forgiveness, even those souls that had bad intentions. Forgiveness, and I have talked about this a lot in articles and in videos. Forgiveness is very important. First of all, for ourselves. I mean, forgiving the other is important for us. We need to let go of that energy. And the only way to let go of that energy is not staying angry or resentful or bitter. And so we need to forgive and release. The other person also needs your forgiveness to be able to release the energy and have a chance at life to repent and further evolve. And if you hold them stuck to that energy and to that bad action, let's call it, then you're chaining them, and you're anchoring the situation, and you're not releasing it, not for you and not for them. So the energy stays, and that's a burden for everyone. Okay, so forgiveness for everyone. But furthermore, on a higher level, there may be people that may have hurt you that did not have bad intentions. And that's where the lessons come in. That's where discernment comes in. And so you may have a mix of both coming in at you at this time. And it's up to you to discern, and that is one of your tests. And that will determine if you have learned what you needed to learn with all of these challenges. And that also determines if you stay open with your heart. So stay open with your heart, forgiving everyone, but totally releasing those that have really had bad intentions, and opening yourself to possibly continue to co-create with those that did not have bad intentions, or that do align with your higher self and your path. And you are able to discern that. And if you need help from your higher guidance, then ask for it. Take the time, take a pause, and ask for that help to be able to discern. Okay? And so otherwise, there may be people that ask for your help, and maybe you have a lot on your plate and you're so used to being abused with your generosity that you have a tendency at the moment to just automatically not even go there. And that's understandable, but there again comes in this reopening of the heart. Take the time, take a pause, ask for higher guidance if you need it, or just inner guidance, and try and sense if there's anything. Sometimes it's a good word, sometimes it's a prayer for the other person. Sometimes it's messaging someone else that can further the request for help onwards. Okay, sometimes it's not a lot, but it's a lot. It's a lot, and we are all human. We are all spiritual beings having a human experience, and we are all together in this boat, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what country, race. I don't even believe in race. Honestly, I hardly believe in religion, because I think that we belong all as children of God. We do have differences, but that is the beauty of how we were created, because we were created to co-create together and to add our specific beauty to the world. And so just like every person is unique, and I like to say has his unique light print, so too have groups of people, okay? But we are all here to co-create. And so a brother or a sister from the other side of the world, or maybe even the other side of a fence that has been created by ignorance of others that have led you to believe that the other is an enemy. Please open your heart and understand that we are all children of God, and we are all of this universe. We are all creations of this universe, and we are meant and we are created to co-create and play nice. And by playing nice and by co-creating, we can create something beautiful. And by devising ourselves, we are actually creating so much harm for ourselves and for others. And it's time, and this is part of what's going on in this new shift. It's time for us to totally understand that. Okay, so if someone comes to you for help, one, you can discern and take a pause if you need, but you can discern if once again you are being abused, or if this is a sincere cry for help. Two, if you can, because first of all, first and foremost is your well-being. And I always say this, you need to take care of your well-being first and foremost, okay? The first help that you need to give is to yourself. After which you can be in a place of power to be able to help others to the extent that you can, all right? And so if someone comes to you and you have discerned that this is honest and you are in a place where you are taking care of yourself, if there's anything, just to the extent of what you can, all right? But like I said before, sometimes a very small gesture is all a person needs. And above all, be kind. Above all, every day we encounter people in the supermarket, at the post office, at the bank, at work. Everyone is going through a battle that you do not know of. We do not all talk about our battles. And so if it's not apparent, don't disregard the fact that the person may be going through struggles just like you. And be compassionate. And, you know, if you're not in a good space, you're not in a good space. But if you are, make sure you go that extra inch and smile. Give a good word. Perhaps allow a person in front of you in line. Small gestures give us a lot and make us feel connected. We vibrate higher when we give. It elevates us. We feel connected, we feel warm at heart. And at the same token, and I just want to end that, and you knowing that you have done good to someone else is heartwarming. And at the other end of this, make sure you are open to the help of others as well. Don't become so bitter and so used to not being helped that you close the door on anyone that offers help. Stay open to people. Don't close yourself. If you feel that you have been pushed to isolate yourself for a while because of whatever challenges you went through, or because maybe you felt not accepted and embraced, don't stay there, okay? Sometimes we need to go through isolation. Sometimes we need to be in hermit mode. Sometimes we need to go through these challenges like I've mentioned at the beginning. Isolation sometimes is really good. We get to learn about ourselves more, and we get to feel more empowered. That seeing and learning about ourselves and learning that we can do a lot of things alone that we didn't know that we can. But now's the time to open up again. Don't stay bitter. Remember also that bitterness and stored anger and resentment is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, elements that cause disease and deterioration of your health and your well-being. Okay, that's given. So don't hold any resentment to anything and anyone, certainly not to yourself, and not to anyone that has done you harm. Learn to live with the flow. Learn to learn your lessons, and learn to reopen to life, to people, to fellow humans, to fellow souls on this journey with you. We are going to the same place. We are all going to the same place. Some will take more than others. Some are at a different stage. Some are learning different lessons. We don't hold that against anyone. We are all on the same path to the light, okay? The light of our Creator. We are all evolving at our own pace and on our own path, okay? I wanted to do a mix between path and pace. All right, so this song is just so touching, and this is what I get from it. We need to help ourselves first. We need to learn our lessons, but we need to open up to others and help if we can. Sometimes just a small gesture is huge for the person in need, okay? Just do to the extent that you can, and that you do not put your well-being at risk, but have discernment, okay? And don't stay stuck in older experiences. It's time to let go of it all of it, okay? It's just done. This is the time to let go of it and be reborn. And if you don't open yourself now, then you will not be able to welcome the new energy and the new path that is being laid before you. So it's in your interest, okay? And you will not be able to live in joy, which you wanted so much, okay? So it's here. It's here. Continue to do your work. Continue to take the lessons from what you learned. Continue to guard yourself to a certain extent. Be aware. Be discerning. But march forth with an open heart, with joy, with an embrace of life and all its beauty, okay? I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this has helped you somewhat. And I send you much, much love. Bye.